From scoring decisive goals in the Champions League to going more than 30 games with only one goal. From being among Real Madrid's top 5 Champions League scorers of all time and valued at over £100 million to barely stepping onto the pitch. What on earth happened to Rodrygo? Rodrygo's situation at Real Madrid has been complicated for a long time, and the fractures in his relationship with the club are finally becoming visible. Rumors about his future started swirling during the 2024/2025 season, and it all kicked off after the Copa del Rey final against Barcelona. Madrid lost 3-2 in extra time, and reports surfaced claiming Rodrygo told Ancelotti's staff that he didn't feel physically ready or mentally prepared to play. From that moment, questions began forming about Rodrygo's attitude and motivation. His team denied everything, but murmurs about low intensity in training never fully went away. After that, things only became more unusual. He missed matches with what was described as a fever, skipped training sessions due to minor issues, and even saw an academy player get selected ahead of him. Fans noticed. The media noticed. Ancelotti defended him publicly at the time, but behind closed doors, Rodrygo's camp wasn't satisfied. They made it clear to the club that they felt he was being treated unfairly. When the season ended, he took the break to reset mentally and physically. He returned to Brazil, back to Santos with family and friends, the place where his journey began. But this was also where his father, who serves as his agent, stepped in. Eric openly expressed his frustration with how Madrid had handled his son. His remarks didn't sit well inside the club, creating even more tension in an already delicate situation. Meanwhile, Premier League teams began circling around him. Arsenal, especially, showed serious interest, offering him the opportunity to finally play in his natural position on the left wing, instead of being forced to the right because of Vinícius Júnior. Then Xabi Alonso arrived as Madrid's new manager. He publicly stated Rodrygo was important to his plans, and early training sessions hinted at a fresh start. Rodrygo seemed happier, more focused. Alonso showed personal attention, and for a moment, things looked promising. But even with that, Alonso still benched him in several matches, giving playing time to youngsters like Arda Güler and Gonzalo Garcia. That only intensified the speculation. The trust between Rodrygo and the club feels fragile. He's gifted, he steps up in Champions League moments, and he's still very young. But his future at Madrid has never looked more uncertain. Rodrygo's entire Real Madrid journey has largely gone unnoticed. He was brought in because he was considered one of Brazil's brightest teenage talents. He came through the Santos Academy and stood out early with his technique and maturity. By age 17, he was already impressing everyone who watched him play. In 2018, Real Madrid agreed to buy him for 45 to 54 million euros, an enormous investment for such a young and untested player. He officially joined in 2019, 1 year after Vinícius made the same move. Fans were excited. He was meant to be part of Madrid's next era. At Santos, he had already broken records, becoming the youngest Brazilian to score in the Copa Libertadores at the time. That showed he wasn't afraid of high-pressure moments. When he arrived in Spain, he hit the ground running. On his La Liga debut in September 2019, he scored with his very first touch, barely a minute after coming on. But his true breakthrough came in the Champions League against Galatasaray. At just 18, he scored a perfect hat trick, left foot, right foot, header, and added an assist in a 6-0 victory. Only Raul had managed a Champions League hat trick at a younger age. From the beginning, Rodrygo proved he would maximize every chance he got. In the 2019-20 season, he wasn't a regular starter, but he still made an impact whenever he featured. Madrid won the league, and Rodrygo delivered important goals. In the Champions League, he scored a late winner against Inter in 2020, again showing his composure under pressure. Rodrygo isn't the typical Brazilian winger built on pure flair. He plays with calm, intelligence, and precision. He usually makes the correct decision in the final third and finished with composure. By 2023, he has built a reputation as a big-game player. Whether it was his Copa del Rey final brace against Osasuna or scoring against Manchester City, Rodrygo thrived in crucial moments. But despite everything, he always lived in Vinícius's shadow. Both Vini and Rodrygo arrived from Brazil as highly hyped teenagers with massive potential. but their paths at Madrid diverged. Vini came earlier and, despite early struggles, exploded during the 2021-22 season. He secured the left wing, scored the winner in the Champions League final, and became the symbol of Madrid's attack after Ronaldo's departure. By 2024, he was a Ballon d'Or candidate. Many believed he deserved to win it. Rodrygo, meanwhile, has always been more subtle. He too is naturally a left winger, but since the left belonged to Vini, he has spent most of his Madrid career being pushed to the right. And everyone knows the right side isn't where he's at his best. Still, he never complains. He fills whatever role the team needed, even playing as a second striker at times. Constant comparisons to Vini make things even more difficult. Vini is electric, flashy, and aggressive, a dribbler who creates highlight reels. Rodrygo is composed, efficient, and intelligent, a player whose strengths don't always generate viral clips. Madrid's attack, and their global branding, was built around Vinícius. Statistically, the gap was clear. Vini consistently hit double-digit goals, while Rodrygo's league numbers dipped due to rotation and positional changes. And with stars like Bellingham and Mbappe joining, he felt even more sidelined. In the 2024 Ballon d'Or list, Vini, Bellingham, and even Carvajal made the top 10. Rodrygo didn't receive a nomination. It doesn't mean fans or the club don't value him. They admire his humility and clutch performances. But the truth is, he's overshadowed by bigger names. ESPN described him as, not the star, not the second option. He's fourth on the call sheet. Rodrygo became Madrid's underrated, quiet, overlooked hero. Some of Rodrygo's top performances get barely any attention. Take the Champions League match against Salzburg. He scored 2 exceptional goals in a 5-1 win. For most of the game, he was the standout player. But once Mbappe and Vini scored in the second half, the spotlight drifted away. When Rodrygo was subbed off in the 71st minute, the fans applauded. But because Mbappe left at the same time, the Mbappe chants drowned everything else. Even Vinícius admitted it was unfair. After the match, he said Rodrygo should have been man of the match. Rodrygo, staying true to his character, shrugged it off with a smile. He said he was playing for the team. But these moments reflect why Rodrygo often feels overlooked. It even became visible on social media. In 2024, when Madrid signed Mbappe, the media hyped the new trio, Bellingham, Mbappe, Vinícius, BMV. Rodrygo wasn't included. His own social media team responded with a post, later deleted, saying the trio should actually be BMVR. Rodrygo insisted the post was about unity, not drama. But let's be honest, anyone in his position would feel overlooked. Fans quickly defended him, calling him a cult hero and a clutch player who deserves equal respect. Mbappe hasn't yet delivered 2 Champions League titles for Madrid. Rodrygo has played his part in both. Among Madridistas, he's admired. On the global stage, he's often ignored. If someone had predicted in 2022 that Madrid might consider selling Rodrygo, they would have been mocked. That was the season he produced some of the most unforgettable Champions League moments ever. Quarter-final versus Chelsea, Madrid trailing 3-0 at home. Rodrygo came off the bench, scored, and changed everything. But that was only the beginning. The real magic happened in the semi-final against Manchester City. Madrid were seconds away from elimination. They needed something supernatural. Rodrygo delivered twice, in 1 minute. He dragged Madrid from 5-3 down to 5-5. The Bernabeu erupted. Guardiola was stunned. Madrid went on to win in extra time and eventually lift the Champions League. Without Rodrygo, they wouldn't have reached the final. That's why fans compared him to the club's greatest legends. His Champions League scoring rate at 21 was second only to Cristiano Ronaldo and Alfredo Di Stefano. He didn't just save Madrid in Europe, he rescued them in Spain too. His solo equalizer against Atletico in the 2023 Copa del Rey derby is still replayed today. Off the bench, gliding past defenders, toe-poking past Oblak, it was pure class. But even with all these iconic moments, Rodrygo still ended up pushed aside. Here's the reality. Rodrygo may need to leave to unlock his full potential again. He has been linked with Arsenal, Manchester City, Liverpool, and Tottenham. All 4 clubs can offer him one thing Madrid can't promise anymore: a guaranteed spot in his natural role, the left wing. So where will he go? Is his story at Real Madrid still alive? Or is this the start of a new chapter? Tell me in the comments section below. If you enjoy football stories like this, you're in the right place. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you.